Other news right now, back here in Northern California, there's a new online book that documents some of the terror caused by the East Area rapist, Joseph DeAngelo. Sacramento District Attorney Anne Marie Schubert helped put the book together using stories and accounts from hundreds of people who were affected by his heinous crimes.
DeAngelo was sentenced to life in prison back in August after pleading guilty to 13 murders and 13 rape-related charges. These crimes happened back in the 1970s and 80s, and it took decades for investigators to finally arrest DeAngelo. Joining us now is District Attorney Anne Marie Schubert to talk to us about really how you decided to start gathering these stories. How did this all come together?
Well, thanks for having me, first of all. It came together, I think, as we got closer to the sentencing after he had pled guilty, with the realization that there was many people, including obviously the primary victims, the homicide victims, the rape victims, but just the community at large. And, you know, I think as the elected DA, I heard so many stories over the years. This thought just came into my head, essentially, you know, we should allow the Sacramento community to speak in another platform to kind of explain to them what this case meant to them back at the time that it happened, but also just with the arrest and the conviction as well.
Right. Well, I mean, some of the details of these crimes, of DeAngelo's crimes, are just horrific when you hear about them. But also, in learning some of these people's stories, their stories are also just incredibly resilient when you find out who these people are. So, tell us a little bit about something that stood out to you.
You know, when some of the, first of all, we were pretty overwhelmed by the response. I mean, we had no idea what would happen. And we had well over 250 replies, which, you know, for a crime series that happened in, you know, 1970s, that's an extraordinary number of people that wanted to tell their story. But some of the ones that stood out to me were just the lengths at which that people took to protect their families. And, you know, I recall one of the stories of a family sleeping on top of their roof. There was a woman who did her laundry and put her laundry on her bed and hid under the laundry pile in hopes that, and a pillows, in the hopes that nobody would see her. There were many, many booby traps. There was people buying guns and accidental shootings, people that almost shot their husbands or their significant others, children that had to learn how to use a knife or a gun. So that really what, you know, there was a lot of themes, a lot of it about vulnerability and fear and the loss of the age of innocence. And then there was, in my mind, these extraordinary efforts to protect their families. And then really the generational impact of how it changed the way they raise their children in the future, which is really tells you the magnitude and the lifelong impact that this individual had on our community.
Which really touches on the fact that during the trial, we heard from the direct victims, but really these entire communities were victimized, and, you know, generations of us raised with these new fears and new security measures. I know part of your goal here was to give a voice to the community. What are you hoping that people will get out of this book?
I think, you know, I guess part of me looks at this as almost hopefully the last chapter. You know, this has been a long journey for justice, and but my goal for all of this was to give a voice to folks that were not necessarily direct victims, but everybody that lived in Sacramento. I knew it because I lived here, but I also knew it because as the DA, I would go around in the community and talk to folks. And every time I talked about this, long before the arrest, everybody has their own story. And so I think part of the process was let people express how they feel, not only about what it did to them back then, how do they feel about the arrest? How do they feel about moving forward? And maybe it's a somewhat of a cathartic experience for them. And really, hopefully, it's a chapter that we can now close and we can, you know, move forward and thrive as a community and really know that we're never going to see this person and no one ever needs to be afraid of this person because he's going to die in prison.
Yeah, good point. And really important question here. Where do we find this? How do we get a hold of this?
Oh, it's on our website. It's at, you know, www.sacda.org. It's kind of an online book. It's a new platform for us to utilize, but it's not very hard to find.
All right. Thank you so much, District Attorney Schubert. And we appreciate your time, and just these are important stories. So thanks for bringing them forward.
Okay. Thank you.